Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing a review on Out Pet Care, Advanced Stain and Odor Remover and Urine Destroyer. I chose this brand and this product because it has the 3x enzyme cleaning power, meaning this is an enzyme cleaner, so it has living things in there that eat urine and feces, smell chemicals. I'm not a chemist, but it eats that stuff and breaks it down so the smell goes away. That's my understanding of it. And I got a whole bunch more over here because I'm going to absolutely soak this place. As you can see, the condition of the floors here have been, absolutely soaked in urine and feces for about 10 years. I tore up all the pad in here in the carpet, and it was worst case scenario. You are not going to have a house that's worse than this. You know, if it works in my house, it's going to work in yours. So, as we can see over here, I'm just going to give you a little illustration. You can picture it. This is all covered in carpet and pad, and in this corner was a litter box, a large litter box, like a 2-gallon litter box or 3-gallon litter box, that was overflowing with feces, years worth of feces, and just had a massive yellow and black stain and piles of feces everywhere around it, just piled up. Yeah, massive yellow and black stain. This place had been soaking wet with cat and dog waste for about 10 years straight. And the condition of the nail strip, the carpet nail strip, can tell you exactly like how bad it's been. So normal nail strip, dry nail strip looks like that. Nice blonde wood, little nail sticking out. Nail strip that's been soaking in urine for 10 years looks like that. Black, moldy, falling apart. There's no leaks in this wall. This is all urine causing this moisture damage. The urine was so bad in this place that I walked in to show my parents when I bought the house, and they took one step in the door and walked out. They didn't want to be in here. No one wants to be here. Even though the carpet and pad is removed right now, I don't want to be in here. It smells terrible. You can see here where the pad was so saturated, it wicked up the walls. Insane. So, what I'm trying to say is, if it works for me, it's going to work for you. But we'll see if it works for me. I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the, I'm going to break up all the carpet nail strip on the edge here, bag it up, throw it away. I'm going to sweep the floor, get off all the little pieces of pad, and then I'll come back to you when I'm ready to start applying it, and I'm going to apply it really, really heavy. I'm going to have it dripping, saturated. The wood, I want the wood to be completely saturated and soaked through with this stuff because I want the enzyme to activate and have days of moisture to live in to break down the material. I don't think that just like mopping with this stuff and letting it dry in a few hours is going to do it. It needs to actually soak into the wood and get the urine and feces scent causing chemicals broken down deep inside the wood. Hoping that helps, hoping that works. I'll get back to you when I'm applying it so you can see how much I'm applying, and then I'll let you know in a few days what I think. Alright, so I've gone around and broken off and taken up all of the severely affected carpet nail strip around the edge, and I gave the place a good sweeping, and now all the waste is in this trash can. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start treating the most affected areas. I'm going to just puddle it up. So I have 1.5 gallons total of this stuff, and I intend on using all of it today. I'm probably going to come around and treat it all, see how it's all just running there. I'm going to treat it all so it's all puddled around here. Getting all the edges first, and then I'm going to inventory and see how much I have left. And then I'm going to come around and treat it all again. But the upstairs here is all what you're seeing. We're in the upstairs area where all the cats made it their home. And we're going to do this first. And if I think I've absolutely completely saturated it and I still have some left, I'm going to go do some of the worst areas downstairs, which are nowhere near as bad as up here. But yep, I'm going to get this place absolutely flooded. Alright guys, so just a little update. I actually really enjoy using this kind of bottle rather than the spray bottle I was using. because it has this little tiny nozzle here. And it's really easy just to oh yeah, it's way easier to use than that spray bottle. All right, so I've absolutely drenched the place up here. This wall and that room was pretty much, that room was okay. I don't think the cats claimed it as much as they did in here, but this wall and that room used half a gallon. I used 2 of these squirt bottles here. That's 32 ounces each. I think it's half a gallon. I used 2 of those. This wall and that closet was, it was the stinkiest area, but not the grossest. And this wall and that closet combined used 2 of the Urine Destroyer bottles. So all in all, I've used a gallon of treatment up here, just along the edges of the walls and in the closet. I also sprayed all over the floor here when I got close to the end of the spray bottles. So the floor here is pretty wet as well. I'm going to mop it, like I said, before I do the final smell test and finish this video, but that won't be for a little while. I shut the windows so that there's no airflow up here. I don't want it to dry out too fast. Now I'm going to go downstairs with my last 2 bottles, and I'm going to treat the worst rooms down there. Alright guys, so it's about 3 weeks later. I'm back up here upstairs in the worst affected area, and it smells a lot better. This closet used to be unbearable. Even when you were like used to the smell, you'd walk in here and it would just punch you in the face. And it really just smells like the like the odor that the scent they put in this, and a little bit of mustiness. And I think that mustiness is just from the building itself. Like, it's not something that the out is supposed to treat. So yeah, it worked. Like, not only did it work really well. It's tolerable to be up here now. So that's awesome. I'm gonna paint this all with a spray gun and a whole bunch of oil-based Kilz. I'm gonna paint everything 3 feet down with that after I scrub the walls, because there's still nasty stuff on the walls, as you can see here and there. I'm going to scrub all the walls 3 feet down with probably vinegar water, let it dry, and then I'm going to spray it all with Kilz. Remove all the stuff I can remove and replace it, like these drop-in ceilings that are super ugly and probably holding a lot of musty smell, and hopefully that pretty much cures the stank. So yeah, conclusion is the out odor neutralizer, pet odor neutralizer, really works. No doubt about it. It would not smell, I mean, it doesn't smell good in here, but I think the out treated what it was supposed to treat, and that was the urine smell, which is awesome. So yeah, I give it a 5-star review. Completely, definitely a 5-star review. So thanks for watching. I got a lot more work to do on this house until it's livable, but the out has done its job. Alright guys, so I'm in here 2 months later after treating with out. In my last section of the video, which you saw me reviewing, I think you would have seen me reviewing the smell like a month or a few weeks after treating with the out, and as you remember me saying, it worked. It worked pretty well, but there was still a lingering odor of out and a lingering mustiness in the entire house. So I think 3 weeks ago, I came to the house with 10 gallons of Kilz oil-based primer and a spray gun, and first I washed all the walls 3 feet down because I could see literal feces and urine stains on the walls. So I washed them all 3 feet down, and then the next day I came in and I sprayed everything a couple feet down and the entire floor with Kilz oil-based primer. And I just walked in here, so this has had out, like 2 gallons of out treating it for a month, and then after that I had this oil-based Kilz sprayed. I sprayed all this oil-based Kilz down here, and it is like 2 months after treating with the out. So anyway, I'm walking in here with a fresh nose, and it smells like Kilz. It doesn't smell musty. It doesn't smell like urine. I just smell paint smell. Just mild paint smell. So I'm walking up the stairs where the worst part of it was. I just smell paint right now. I might smell a slight, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Can't tell if it's really difficult. Like, I wouldn't notice. It's really difficult to detect what I'm smelling. I certainly would not detect it as a pet odor if I had never known this house was destroyed by, you know, pet feces and urine. This room smells fine. It's weird. It smells clean. It's like, it smells, I can't describe the smell. It smells, I don't know. Now this closet, okay. Yeah, I smell something in this closet that's... This closet smells slightly like urine. Okay. But all that means is I need to spray it again with my leftover Kilz. I think I'll spray the entire walls and everything in here, and the floor again. And then once I get flooring down and trim and everything, and then actually paint it, it will hopefully cover that smell even more. But I'm telling you, it's just slight. So yeah, this was probably like the worst case scenario. Like in conclusion, a house can be absolutely ruined with pet urine and feces. And you can treat it and make the smell go away. Right now I can just not, like, I don't know. It has a smell, but it's not a urine or feces or off-putting smell. I think it's mostly just the paint fumes I'm smelling right now. It's like the paint fumes with a slight twist. Like I said before, had I never known that the home was destroyed by pet odors, I wouldn't guess that's what I'm smelling right now. So, and then after I get all the finishing, you know, all the floor down, the walls painted, the ceiling possibly painted, possibly replaced, the trim around the edge, everything's going to be sealed in, and I am very confident that the house is not going to stink. So yeah, good luck to you guys trying to treat pet odors. I highly recommend Out and Kilz to get the job done, and a lot of elbow grease, scrubbing down the walls and floors with vinegar and water solution.